Hello, my friends. I am Dr. Bree, and today I have a really cool foot workout for your pelvic floor. So you might be like, what? How does my feet impact my pelvic health? Well, your feet absolutely do, because in order for your pelvis to have a strong base of support, you've got to have strong feet that aren't rigid or overly flexible and floppy. You want your base of support, where everything starts down at your feet, to be really strong and healthy in order to allow for the rest of your body to have the optimal starting place from which to move and, support your body. So strong, healthy feet are important for a strong, healthy pelvic floor. And furthermore, there's this membranous tissue called fascia that connects everything in your body. It literally surrounds all of your muscles, all of your organs, and connects you from foot to head. And the pelvic floor is in the middle of it all. So by fascial connections, everything from the foot through the pelvic floor on up through the head is connected. So we really want to make sure that everything is strong. And like I always like to say, when we're looking at pelvic floor health, it's really important to look above and also below the pelvic floor. So starting at your feet is really, really important. The last thing I'll say is you may have noticed that a lot of my workout videos on YouTube, I don't wear shoes. And it's really important, if you are going to go from always wearing shoes to not wearing shoes, to make sure that your feet are strong and flexible. And so that's what this foot workout will do today. So let's get started. So we're going to begin with heel lifts. So I simply want you to lift one heel up off the floor at a time. So just lift one heel and then the other. And you can take it nice and slow. It's almost like a stretch and a strengthener for your feet and your calves and your ankles. Think about spreading out your forefoot, the ball of your foot, and really opening up that area between your toes. Kind of spread out your toes and really see how that feels. It should feel really good, especially if you tend to wear shoes that are really tight through the toe box and cramp your feet. So spread everything out. And let's go a little bit faster. So just lifting one heel at a time. It's kind of like a little prance. So keep going. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, keep breathing. 7, nice tall posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake out the feet. Just kind of kick out one foot and then the other. Let it go. Let your foot wiggle around a little bit. Just shake it out. Should feel really good. And now we're gonna do the same thing, heel lifts, but with both heels lifting off the floor at the same time. So this is working your balance, and it's also working the strength of your calves, the mobility of your ankles, and then spreading out your forefoot, the front of your foot. So spread out your toes and really feel like you're taking up space in that forefoot as you lift your heels up and down. So keep going here. You want to really make sure that you're keeping your balance. If you need to hold on to something for support, that's fine. And for a lot of people, it feels weird to spread out the toes, but I really want to encourage you to do that. Even if you need to, between this workout, like on your own after this workout, put your fingers between your toes to kind of spread them out. That is such a great exercise too. So let's just do 5 more. 5, 4, spread out those toes. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out. Remember, the stronger, the more flexible, the more supple and stable your feet, the better it is for your entire body, including your pelvic floor. So the next move we're gonna do is a forefoot lift. So you're gonna keep your heels on the ground and you're gonna lift up the ball of your feet. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Go faster. It's almost like a little pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Keep going. You should feel this in the shins, the front of your lower leg. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift both forefeet up off the ground, the balls of your feet up, and either just sort of march in place or walk around your room. So again, feeling this in the front of your lower leg rather than the calf area, feeling it now in the front, and also really getting that mobility in your ankle, really opening up the bottom of your feet because you're spreading out your toes. Spread them out. Keep going. Let's just go another 5 seconds or so. So we've worked the front, we've worked the back. Next, we're gonna go side to side with the feet. So, shake it out. And feet nice and grounded, spread out those toes, and your whole foot is gonna go to the right and then to the left, both sides, to the right and to the left. So it's like I'm going to the blade outside edge of my right foot and then to the inside edge of my left foot, and then switching to the other side, the blade outside edge of my left foot and the inside edge of my right foot. So tipping, 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 tipping. Keep going. Take it slow. If you're really stiff in your feet, and if this is new to you, then your motion might be very, very small, or it might feel really, really awkward. Just keep practicing. Keep going. And let's do 3, 2, 1. Good. And now let's go out, apart, and in. So apart to the outside edges of your feet, and then in to the inside arch area of your feet. So outside area of your feet, outer edges, and then inner edges. Keep going. This is called inversion and eversion. Keep going. Breathing. And you probably will notice that you're feeling it even all the way up in your inner thigh and outer hip area. That's because the whole body is connected. We can't separate the body out into individual body parts because everything is connected from foot to head. So if you're feeling it in your hip area, you're normal. And by the way, we're getting into some moves that are really going to actually activate your pelvic floor. All right, so keep going. Let's just do 3, 2, 1, and let it go. All right, very, very nice. Our last isolated foot move, well, okay, not our last one, our second to last one. We have 2 more left, is we're gonna do toe and foot scrunches. So I want you to think about your feet and pretend like you had a towel underneath you, like a little hand towel, and like you're gathering it toward your heel by scrunching your toes in toward your heel. So you can actually do this with a towel. You can place it under your feet. It's especially easy on like a hardwood floor or a tile floor, and really pull and scrunch that towel toward your heels by using your toes to pull. And you'll feel this. Keep going, by the way. You'll feel this in your toes and also your arch and just the whole bottom of your foot, more in the center. You're gonna feel this. So keep going. It's kind of a lot. These exercises are all wonderful if you tend to have issues such as shin splints or plantar fasciitis, or again, pelvic health issues, because it's all connected. So keep going. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Okay, shake it out. Your feet have been working. So if they're not used to this, they're probably kind of screaming right now. Let's do another move that's really going to impact the entire chain of your leg all the way up to your hip joint. I want you to really think about your hip joints right here and here. And what we're going to be doing is really activating the pelvic floor by motions that start at the feet but go all the way up through the leg into the hips. So what we're doing is internal and external rotation of the hips. And you'll see the motion by your feet. So right now, with my toes pointed out, this is external rotation of the hip joint, externally rotating. you see my toes and feet are pointed outward. Now what I want you to notice, just hold this position, and I want you to feel that there's kind of a lift of your pelvic floor, like a natural activation as your sitting bones, your butt bones, draw together and you're really lifted through the center. So maybe you can feel that. You can even try playing by softening your knees just a little bit so they're not like locked out, because that's never good for anything. So just soften up those knees a tiny bit and feel that lift through the center, almost like you're riding high. Now, we're going to do the other way. So I want you to go toes inward, feet outward, or heels outward. And this is internal rotation at your hips. So feel in this position, you might feel something different. You might feel almost like your sitting bones, your butt bones are kind of more apart. And you might even feel kind of a release of your pelvic floor. So play with this and just sense in. If you don't really feel that, that's okay. But just know that that's what's happening, is we're feeling a bit of a lift of the pelvic floor, an activation of the pelvic floor as we externally rotate our hips, our toes and feet are pointed out. And then we feel a bit of a release and an opening and a lengthening of the pelvic floor as we are internally rotated at the hips. So now we're going to play with this and we're going to go back and forth. So back and forth. So this is working our feet, it's working our ankles, it's working all the way up to our hips, and it's activating and releasing our pelvic floor, mobilizing our pelvic floor muscles. Now, keep going. You can do this with socks on like a hardwood or tile floor, and it'll be a lot easier to do your foot motions than me on a sticky yoga mat. So play with different ways of doing this. Again, socks on a hardwood floor is really nice. The other thing you can do is also do this lying down and just see what you feel and sense in your pelvic floor when you bring your feet outward and inward and outward and inward. Because what's happening is it's not just the foot that's moving, it's the whole foot and leg up to the hip socket that's moving, and that impacts the pelvic floor directly. So play with this in a lying down position, in a standing position, and just see what you notice. And you can kind of do a little heel kick. There's no place like home. So there's no place like home, like the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that foot and toe workout. You just got an amazing workout for your entire body and really provided yourself a strong foundation for movement by working your feet and thereby impacting your pelvic floor. So until next time, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, a little thumbs up, and leave me a comment and let me know which move you liked the best, which one was kind of awkward and weird. I love hearing all of it. And if you want to learn more ways that we can work together, just check the video description, and I have all sorts of links and resources, including a quiz that answers the question, does my pelvic floor need help? All of that is in the video description below. And until next time, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. See you later.